the hardest part is starting, but once you get the ball rolling, the momentum just keeps pushing and it just becomes better and better. And that holds true for everything that you do. We teach ESL for newcomers here in Canada. They have to take this English proficiency test to get permanent residence here in Canada.
Was that something that in the beginning you were thinking, like, can I do this online? Can I make it work if it wasn't one of the, core subjects, math, reading, writing, science, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I always think that there's always a lot of opportunity out there, whether it's teaching the maths or the kids. I think for me personally, I never had clients that were adults, and I think that was a little bit challenging for me to, have the students to be actually the clients as well. So, you have a direct conversation and a direct link to the actual client to help them as opposed to, with their children, right? So if you follow the right process, you follow the right steps, you will get to that place. And by no means am I there already. Like, I've made it, but for me, it's just like, I know that if you put in the work, regardless of whether it comes tomorrow or the next day, it will eventually happen. And I think that it just so happened, within this time frame. I guess here we are, and I'm pretty happy with everything that happened. I was never a good salesperson before. I'm not saying I'm great now, but I'm better. And I just learned how to connect better with people. And I use some of the strategies with talking to people in general, So sales is great just for communication. And also I think critical thinking, maybe just figuring things out, and just being able to figure things out, whether it's technological difficulties or how to set up your systems or client acquisition, any of those things, just being able to figure it out and forcing myself to do it. And also knowing that, there are other people who are there to, help me with that, let's say, for example, like advertising, speaking, with people in advertising to help me with like Facebook ads and stuff like that. It's really cool. So yeah, there's a lot of takeaways, from the program for sure. Having the community there, having other people striving for the same things. I think, as you grow, it feels good when you see like changes in terms of your skill sets, your motivations, your revenue, all of these things. And by no means it's like done, it's always an ongoing process. But, once it's like working out, for example, when you start, the hardest part is starting, but once you get the ball rolling, the momentum just keeps pushing and it just becomes better and better. And that holds true for everything that you do. And I think that, again, betting on yourself is always the thing that I always believe in. You have to bet on yourself. And when you do, great things are going to happen, but you really have to believe it, really want it. And when you do, not only just your business, but also as relationships with your friends, your family, your relationship with yourself, you trust in yourself more that, I hold true to what I say. And if I miss a day or if I screw up, no problem. I know that I'm going to pick back myself again and keep going. You create a background or a skeleton of whatever your program is, and then you just kind of pitch it and someone says yes to it. And then you're like, wow, I can actually charge something for this, or it's actually worth it. I'm like, okay, so if I can do one, I can do two, and I could do two, I can do four. And I think probably that's the biggest one, and I guess it's just always going back to like whatever the goal is, whether it's like a, 10K or, 5K, 10K, whatever it is, you just do the math backwards, right? So, you just like, okay, if one sells for this, then I can just sell like, 30 for this or like 20 for this, and I'll always reach that. And once you know that you can do one, then you can do 30, and then that belief just comes. And when you can do 30 and do like, 50 or like 100, 500, right? So I think that first one was something that was really cool. And the second one came right after the first one, the same day. And I was on a cold streak for like 2 weeks or whatever it is. And, it came in bunches, and it's how it works, I guess, sometimes.
Any, to the folks that are catching this now on the replay, man, like any one or two gold nuggets you want to share with them? Could be SOD related, could be impact related, might just help them on their personal journey here, building their stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I think definitely take a chance on yourself, bet on yourself, and take action. And that the program has a lot to offer in terms of, the support and the help, and the team is great. You just have to not only feel like you're doing this by yourself, right? And to think that when you have other people to help you with it, it's definitely going to be great. And, take action. And that's basically it. I think we've said the word take action a lot. And I think that is really important because, we have a great map in terms of what to do and how to do it. But, we have to do it, right? But once you do, it's like, the momentum goes and you'll start seeing results. You get your first client, which will be a big milestone, which it was for me. And you keep going and you get the second one and you're going to be hungry for the third one, and by the time you know it, it's been a month and 2 months and you've had, a few cohorts already, and time moves fast. So definitely take advantage of it.